Since 1885, Eureka Savings Bank has been proud to be a part of the community, helping people just like you enjoy the game, and good luck to both teams. Eureka Savings Bank, member FDIC. Mike Brown, you've seen the Bruins. I've seen the Hall Red Devils, and between us, I think we've got a pretty even matchup here tonight.
I really think so, Rick. I think if you be honest, if we take a look at both teams have probably been a little bit more inconsistent. On some nights, St. Bede looks really good, and other nights they come out and can't hit the proverbial basket if they were standing in front of it from 2 feet away. I think the other thing with St. Bede is that the thing that I've noticed in a lot of their games is they still have a problem with a lot of unforced turnovers.
As far as the Hall Red Devils are concerned, we'll talk about them in a moment, but the big story for them every game is Mac Rusetich, who leads them in pretty much every offensive and defensive category. We'll talk about more about both teams in a moment. Well, we're going to break right now, coming back in about a minute or so, talk about the pregame show and our participants tonight. The Hall Red Devils in town to take on the St. Bede Bruins. From the Academy night to now with our keys to the game brought to you by First State Bank. Locally owned, committed to exceptional service and banking products like Kasasa Checking and on-the-go mobile banking. The winning team at First State Bank is your key to unlock great banking services. Member FDIC. Well, we talked a little bit about St. Bede. The Hall Red Devils have been one of those roller coaster rides throughout the early season. They come in with a mark of 3-6. And Mac Rusetich, as we said, Mike, has led them in everything. He averages just a tick under 24 points a game, 8.3 rebounds per game as well. Shoots 75% from the free throw line. He's been, to me, the best athlete in this whole area throughout the early part of the school year, and certainly one of the best basketball players as well.
Yeah, well, he showed that his talent off in football, and now he's showing it off with basketball, and I'm sure he's going to continue in the spring with his baseball career. He's just he's just a kid that's just fun to watch. You really enjoy him.
He plays hard all the time. He's a 6 foot, 205-pound senior, and it'll be interesting to see how his athletic career blossoms from here on out. The problem with Mac is he hasn't had a lot of offense to talk about. Peyton Dye is the next scorer on the team, averages 7 a game, and Ashton Petcher averages 6.9 after that. There's nobody on the squad who averages as many as 3 points a game, Mike.
And you got to have balanced scoring, because pretty soon you're going to be running into the exotic, triangle and 2, a box and 1, and that's just hard to, keep that up night after night after night. That's just a tribute to his athleticism and his willingness to work hard and do what's best. He never quits. In fact, it's just so much fun to see him play. And I can't remember, going back to the football season, some of his games and the stats he put up were absolutely phenomenal.
As far as the teams are concerned, as we said, Hall comes in with a mark of 3-6, St. Bede with a mark of 4-5. Offensively and defensively, points per game, they're very close to being even. Hall averages 49.4 a game. St. Bede averages 50.1. Defensively, the Red Devils give up 58.3, and St. Bede gives up 59.4. You couldn't be much more even. But if it comes down to a game from the free throw line, Hall has an advantage. St. Bede is not a good free throw shooting team, as they shoot only 54% from the free throw line. Hall, on the other hand, shooting some 67% from the line. We're going to work in one more break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and more for you here at the St. Bede Academy tonight. It's the Hall Red Devils and the host St. Bede Bruins for you right here on WLPO 103.9 FM. Get involved. You've had Isaiah Hart, who's been leading St. Bede in scoring. They need some more people to be more consistent. And we already talked about Mac Brasevich, and he needs some help from his friends tonight as well.
That's right, because if you key on both of those players, you're probably going to slow down the team a little bit. And I think with that, and it's just been one of those games where I think, in all honesty, if you look at this team and ask the coach, he'd tell you got some very athletic players, but maybe not as polished in their basketball skills as they are with their athleticism.
Well, one of the things St. Bede needs to do is concentrate, I think, on getting the ball inside. They shoot only 29% outside the three-point arc on the season, while they shoot 43% overall. So their two-pointers are going in, but not the threes so much. So as far as that is concerned, Mike.
And it's been very inconsistent on their threes, too.
Having the opening prayer, as they always do here at the Academy, and then we'll be followed by the national anthem, and we'll have basketball coming up for you in just a minute or two here on 103.9 WLPO this fine evening. Not great weather-wise, but glad to have you with us tonight. And now our national anthem. want to remind you the tip-off for tonight's ball game is brought to us by our friends at Bill Walsh Automotive Group. Here's a tip for you. If you're in the market for a new car or truck, the only place you need to visit is BillWalsh.com, where you're sure to score a winning deal. Before we go any farther, I want to say hi. If Willie Hansen back in Mendota listening tonight, want to wish him a speedy recovery. He's been battling some health difficulties. Willie, we're thinking about you. Brian says he's going to try and pull one out here for you tonight. Here are the starting lineups. First for the visitors on the scoreboard from Hall, the Red Devils come in with a lineup that looks like this. At one of the guards, and really it's almost a five-guard offense that St. Bede puts out there, is Mac Rasetic. Rasetic 6'2", 205, and a senior, averages 23.9 points and 8.3 rebounds per ball game. He'll be joined by Ashton Petcher. Petcher 5'9", and a senior, averaging 6.9 a game. Max Bryant in the starting lineup tonight for the Red Devils. He's 6'1", and a junior, averaging 1.4 a game. Dom Galletti on the front line, 6 foot and a senior, averages 2.3 per contest. And Peyton Dye, 6 foot and a junior, averaging 7 points per ball game for Coach Mike Filippini. And the Red Devils will come in with a mark of 3 and 6. For the Red Devils, they'll come in with a mark of 4 and 5. Excuse me, the Bruins come in with a mark of 4 and 5, and they'll start a lineup that looks like this. Connor Brown, one of the starters, 6'3", 180, and a senior, averages 7.9 per ball game. He'll be joined by Callan Hunenberg. Hunenberg, 5'9", 150, and a senior, averages 9.2 a game. John Brady, 5'10", 155, and a senior, averages 8.1 per contest. Isaiah Hart, leading scorer on the St. Bede team, 5'10", 145, and a junior, averages 16.4 points and 4 rebounds per game. And Landon Jackson, he's 6'3", 180, and a senior, averaging 4.2 points and 4 rebounds per ball game for Coach Brian Hansen and the Bruins, who we said you'll come in with a mark of 4 and 5. This game was initially scheduled for last night, Mike, but they didn't have enough officials, and that's a problem right now throughout the area and really all over the state.
And not only in basketball, but in football, we've seen games. And I found out that officials for varsity games get $75 a game. You know what? I don't know. It sounds like a good part-time job. But, a lot of guys, a lot of kids that played high school, it's something worth looking into. You can get into it, still stay part of the game. You can do it for a lot of years.
Especially with the gas prices starting to go down a little bit now.
Yeah, that's right.
And the opening tip is controlled by the Red Devils. They'll move towards us. We're up here on the stage at the Academy. From the outside, that's Galletti for 3. Leaves it way short. Hart comes away with the rebound, and St. Bede wants to run. They takes it into the lane, shoots it up a little wild this time. Ball tapped around, still loose on the floor. Finally picked up by Hunenberg for St. Bede. Look underneath, forcing the shot up. No good in there by Jackson. And the rebound taken down by the Bruins. Ahead with it, by the Red Devils. That's Bryant with the basketball. Now the shot from the outside, no good. But Galletti gets the rebound. Outside, Bryant open again. Leaves it a little long. And Hart, another rebound for St. Bede. He'll bring it ahead himself. Gets it to the wing. Looks to the far side to Connor Brown. Doesn't pull the trigger. Shot by Hart is partially blocked in the lane. They'll go back to St. Bede. Just a minute in, we're scoreless here at the Academy. Both teams look like they're ready to run tonight, Mike.
Yeah. No, it's maybe they're sometimes they get that enthusiasm. Sometimes your feet get ahead of your brain.
Yeah, right now they're both a little out of control right now. There's Hunenberg trying to drive the baseline before he could get a shot away. In fact, that was Brady actually. Foul was called. The first foul of the ball game is called on Peyton Dye for Hall. Inbound play coming. They have to bring it all the way out front to Hart into a triple team. Takes it in, and as he goes up, he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. A little out of control there for Hart, but he was able to sneak between 2 defenders, and he'll go to the line. Personal was called on Max Bryant, his first. Second team foul already against Hall. Hart to the line. First free throw is good. On the season, Hart shoots 60.5% from the line. That's the first point of the night for either team. Hart's second free throw is just as good as the first, barely rippled the net. It's 2-0 in favor of the Bruins here in the early going. 6:45 for the first quarter.
It's like St. Pete set up almost in a zone. It looked like they're switching from a start out in the zone, but then pretty close to a man-to-man.
It's a man-to-man. They're going through the screens. Here's Resetic.
Oh, what a move.
Kicks it in, lays it in with the right hand.
Pretty move.
He just took the defender right off the dribble, and nobody's really strong enough to stay with him.
Nope.
I think they put the basket on the wrong side right there. It should be 2-2 your score.
That's right.
Here's Hart with it. He's fouled as he goes to the basket, this time out by Hunenberg, I believe. Oh, they called on Bryant, and that's his second. Hart goes back to the line to shoot the free throws. See if they get the score corrected on the board. Free throw by Hart is no good this time. Now they get the score correct. So Hart,
yeah, there is.
With the St. Pete's first 2 points on free throws, now misses one, so he's 2 out of 3 from the line. 6:17 for the first quarter. Second toss by Hart is good this time, and the Bruins take the lead back by 1. Off the Bruins bench, number 21 Hunter Meager, a 6'2 senior, averages about a point and a half a game.
That was Hall's bench, wasn't it?
It was all bench.
Okay,
yes. Sorry.
It's like
when you see both teams all the time,
I know.
Sometimes you get crossed up. Here's Resetic outside the arc on the right side. Now swing it straight away and bring it over to Galletti. Now from the shot from the outside is no good for 3. That was Petcher who threw it up there, and Brady came away with the rebound for St. Bede. Ahead to Hunenberg on the left-handed dribble. Now looks to the wing. Gets the ball to the far side over to Hart. And the ball dropped in this time for 3, and that was actually Jackson who got that one.
He got
was
the rebound.
screened a little bit on the shot.
Yeah.
Got the rebound and put it back in for 2. I said 3, it was actually 2. 5-2, the lead is 3 for St. Bede right here. Here's Resetic again. Tries to drive into the paint, can't get a shot away. Now scoops the pass over to Galletti. Inside, taking a shot up his guy.
That should have been
Looked
a
like
foul.
he got hit pretty hard. No call
sure
on
did.
the inside. Back the other way is Hunenberg. He backs away, shot from 12, no. Rebound goes to the Bruins. Bring it ahead to Galletti. Looks underneath, good look. Putting it up and missing the shot on the inside. Wide open was Dom Galletti.
Well, he's having a rough night early.
He is. Now driving the baseline. That was Brady, and he's fouled. I don't know if he was in the act of shooting. I think it might have been on the floor. Peyton Dye now has his second foul. So already Hall with 2 players with 2 fouls. Off the bench for the Red Devils is Braden Curran, the freshman, who's been seeing a lot of action up with the varsity already. Now driving and lifting it high off the glass, that's Isaiah Hart. Hart now with 4. And it's 7-2 in favor of the Bruins right here.
5, he made 1 out of 2 on that one.
That's right.
Free throw.
You're right. Driving inside, taking it up strong and laying it in. That was Kyan Smith who just came in, and he immediately contributes a quick hoop. So Smith to the line to try and complete the 3-point play, and the free throw swerves out. Brown gets the rebound for St. Bede. Ahead to Brady.
Looks like both teams might be a little bit tight here too, Rick.
Yeah.
Just trying to.
It's kind of a rivalry game.
It is, yeah. It really is a
Hart
game.
left the shot short. Here comes the Red Devils back the other way. Reverse layup, a wild shot put up that time by Smith, and the rebound taken down again by Connor Brown. Bring it ahead as Brady loses his balance and just throws one up there. Shot no good. And here comes the Red Devils back the other way with it. Petcher. Bounce pass goes inside, and Resetich turns as he tries to put the shot up. He's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. First foul against John Brady, second against St. Bede as a team. So they're saying it was not a shooting foul?
Wow, that's a
holy cow.
Sure looked like he was in the act of shooting to me.
I don't know, he was turning around and jumping with his arms going up.
And the ball left his hand.
Yep, that's pretty tough tough call right there.
Yeah, I even had the 2 free throws squares marked on the bench.
Resetich says, I'll try something else. So he tries a 3, can't get it to go. Rebound ripped down by Jackson. Ahead it comes to Hunenberg over the timeline. Now back to Jackson. Looks inside. A good head and shoulders fake. And he takes it up and under and lays it in. That was Jackson who got his second basket of the night. He's got 4. And it's a 9-4 St. Bede lead. With the ball on the outside, that's Hunter Meager for the Red Devils. Gives it back over to Smith, to Resetich, top of the circle, tries to beat a triple team, puts it up and in. I don't know how he did it. There were 3 bodies hanging around there, and he still was able to force it in. That's 4 for Mac Resetich. Brings his team back within 3. Here's Jackson down low. Pump fake, shot no good. Rebound ripped down this time by the freshman Curran for the Bruins, or for the Red Devils, rather. Ball on the outside now goes to Smith. Scoop pass to Resetich into a double team, puts it up again anyway, and it goes in. He just takes bodies up with him. They called the foul on Landon Jackson. First on him. That's the 3rd against the Bruins as a team. And Resetich has a chance to tie this game up. Hall has trailed the whole ball game so far. 2:29 remaining here in quarter 1. 9-8 Bruins. Free throw is short. And Jackson soars for the rebound for St. Bede. They keep the 1-point lead. Here's Hunenberg in a hurry. Forces a shot up. No. Rebound tipped back outside. Picked up by Hart. Puts it up at the left hand and gets it to go. Athletic play by Isaiah Hart.
He is showing some athleticism, but it's just so much fun watching.
Now an unforced turnover as Petcher just lost control of the ball and it went into the seats.
First shot of the, that's the first turnover of the game.
St. Bede will get it near midcourt. As Hunenberg walks it up over the timeline, looks to get it to Jackson, nearly had it taken away. He's bumped and bumped again, and finally the foul is called. A rough and tumble game so far. First foul is on Braden Curran for him. That's the 5th foul. They're going to call it a shooting foul.
Don't know about that one. I mean,
that was the one I thought maybe wasn't the shooting foul.
Well, yeah, I mean, it looked like he was driving to the basket when he got bumped.
First free throw no good by Jackson. What's the old saying? The ball never lies?
Yeah.
Most athletes will tell you that. Second free throw coming. Minute 56 here for the first quarter. Second free throw is good by Jackson. 12-8. They lead it by 4. Hall with the basketball. Minor token pressure in the backcourt now by St. Bede.
I really don't think St. Bede has the quickness to really press. Especially Hall's got a guy
Brady
like
might.
Resetich.
Brady's pretty quick.
Yeah, he might.
But the problem is, if you press too much, Resetich is going to get even more good looks. Down to a minute and a half here for the first quarter.
And a hot Resetich is a guy good enough to carry a team.
It is. Now the shot for 3, no good by Smith, and the ball hits the guide strap up above, as it happens in almost every game here. Still haven't figured out why they haven't come up with a better system for that. I don't think that actually counts as a turnover off of a missed shot, but 12-8 still the score. Down low, here's Brady, forces it up. No. Weak side board, ripped down by Petcher. Ahead to Resetich. Nice touch on the baseline.
Oh, wow.
Another athletic play by Mac Resetich. He's got 6. And his team back within 2. Inside a minute to go here in the first quarter. And there's one down low. I think take your pick. There's a couple of Red Devils there. Could have been Smith. It could have been one of the others. They called it on Petcher instead. It's his first. So Brady to the line to shoot a couple. Brady not a great free throw shooter, only 45.5% from the line. And the first one is very hard off the back of the iron. He's such a good athlete, you'd think he'd find a way to shoot free throws. One of the easiest plays in basketball.
Yeah.
Bryant with the 2 fouls comes back in for the Red Devils. Brady will get one more here. Second toss is also no good. And who else? Mac Rasetic, the rebound for Hall. Trying to tie it up or take the lead with a 3, and Rasetic turns it over. Hunenberg on the bust out. Open for a 3. Leaves it long. Neither team shooting very well here so far. And that ball went in somehow, but the foul was called on the floor. But this would be a 1-and-1, I believe.
Unofficially, this would be the 7th.
7th team foul here.
Didn't see who it was on yet.
Curran picked it up. He's got 2 now. So Hall has some foul difficulties here. Already 7 fouls here in the first quarter with 39 seconds remaining in it. To the line goes Isaiah Hart.
Game is starting to get a little choppy now with a lot of stoppages.
That's right. Hart's free throw no good, so he won't get the second. And Hall, who's had a few chances to get the game tied up, has another one here. I think this is their 3rd chance to tie. Here's Bryant. Good move down low. Puts
Nice
it
shot.
up off the window. Can't get it to go. Ball loose on the floor. Finally picked up by Hunenberg. And St. Bede will have a chance to work for the last shot if they want to. I don't think Hart knows the time. But he takes it inside, and he lays it in. Count it, and he's fouled. I think Brian Hansen would have loved to seen him pull that one out and work to the last shot, but he'll take the drive to the basket.
He won't give it back now. And see
That's
who
8 already for Hart.
And is that a fall on 24? Is that who it was?
It is. In fact, it is on Smith. Free throw is good. So Hart now with 9. And the St. Bede lead back out to 5. We're down to 10 seconds for the first quarter. Bryant with it. I don't know if he knows how much time's left. And the ball's turned over by Hall with 3.5 seconds to go. They'll have it right by their own bench. Turned over, and the Bruins will have it by their bench. For the first time, Caleb Bickett, a junior, into the ball game. Here's Brady open, takes it up, no good at the horn. He had a really good look.
He sure
Just
did.
didn't get it to go. Played through the first 8 minutes of this one, and so far, St. Bede has had their way. They lead it here, 15-10 after quarter 1 at the Academy. We're back after this timeout. By 5 against the visitors from Hall. Now St. Bede turns it over. That's their first of the ball game. So they've done a good job of taking care of the ball so far. Here's Risetich. Gives it up, nearly threw it away into the ball game now. That's Grant Plim for Hall. Now they get it outside to Risetich. Rises from about 13, can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound, and before he can put it back up, he's fouled on the floor. It'll be an out-of-bounds ball coming for the Hall. Brady gets his second. Only the fourth against St. Bede as a team. 7:29 remaining in the first half. They launch it all the way back outside to Risetich. Baseline, Galletti open for three, and he bears, that's Peyton Dye, not Galletti. Peyton Dye gets the three, and Hall back within two again. We kind of thought this was going to be an even game.
Yeah, I just looked at the records and the way things have gone for both teams, and, there's one,
An air ball thrown up there that time by Brady. Wow, that wasn't even close. Tried to fire up the three, and there was nobody there. Here's Risetich, drives inside, off-balance shot, didn't go. Rebound taken down by Brown. Connor Brown on the left, now the right-handed dribble, and he whistles a pass into the stands right behind the Hall bench. So another turnover against St. Bede.
See, we talked about the unforced turnovers in the last two times they've had the ball.
And St. Bede is going to take a quick timeout period here, and we will as well. We'll take a quick break with the score. St. Bede 15, Hall 13. We're back to the academy in just after this 30-second reminder. Halftime, and St. Bede with the lead 15-13, but after a couple of quick turnovers, Brian Hansen had seen enough and he wanted the timeout.
Well, he recognized it right away. That's been one of their problems all year is the unforced turnovers, and right away they turned a 5-point lead into just a 2-point.
Try and force it again to Risetich, and Brady's actually done a decent job of slowing Risetich down. You're not going to stop him.
No, you got to control him rather than stop him.
He's got 8 points so far, which is about on a par for him. Now as Dye tried to go up, I think they're going to say he was in the act of shooting, although he might have been looking to pass, but
that's his third personal already.
At the line, Dye.
Third on Brady, so likely he'll be going to the bench here shortly.
Peyton Dye will shoot pair here.
64% free throw shooter on the season, and he knocks in the first one to cut the lead in half. Off the St. Bede bench.
Is it Logan Potoff it looked like? I thought I saw him take his warm-up off.
It looks like
25?
24, or was it 25, Mike?
25, that's Logan Potoff.
That is Logan Potoff, okay. The junior. Second free throw is good, and after Hall's been hanging around, they finally come back to tie it here. 15 all, 6:30 until the end of the first half. Now the shot from the outside for three, rims out, but St. Bede gets the rebound. That was the shot was taken by Brown. Now here's Hart driving the baseline. He has no place to go. He's cut off and turns it over. Here comes Risetich, and he slams it down with a right-handed hammer. Put an exclamation point on that one. And Hall has their first lead of the game. 17-15, Red Devils. Answering, though, very quickly the other way is Callan Hunenberg. First two for him. They need to get a little more out of him. He averages over 9 a game. 17-17. 5:40 remaining in the first half. Here's Bryant with it for the Red Devils, and he turned it over. In the old days, they called that palming the basketball. 5th Hall turnover.
And
so the Bruins will inbound it here. No pressure in the backcourt by Hall.
well, until St. Bede can hit a three, why pressure him on the end?
Yeah, they're staying way outside.
Right, force him to hit the three.
And that's a
And another unforced turnover.
Another traveling violation. By the way, we'll have scoreboard update coming up probably at halftime. Not a lot of other games in the area tonight. Sponsored by Someone's in the Kitchen. 3-pointers tonight are brought to us by In-Home Care Connection and IHCC Hospice.
We've only had one of those.
And our heat checks are brought to us by Town and Country Services. We'll get some more of those. Now here's a 3-ball by Resetich. That was a heat check for him. But he got the rebound back and he puts it in. Resetich getting on a little roll right now.
Max Bryant kept that alive and got it to his main man.
12 points now for Resetich. Now shot fired up on a wild one that time taken. I think that was by
looked like
the guy who just came in, Potoff. Now here's Resetich, another acrobatic move.
See,
as he goes to the basket. Another timeout taken by the Bruins this time. I think it's going to be a full timeout period.
Well, and right now he's getting one of those zones that Resetich is, and when he gets in that zone.
4:36 remaining in the first half. Hall with their biggest lead of the game so far. Lead it 21-17. We're back to the Academy after this timeout. Date for you, brought to you by Someone's in the Kitchen. Knicks lead the Bulls right now in the second quarter with 9:53 to go, 36-31. That's at the United Center tonight in Chicago. Now the shot for 3 from the outside, rims no good, and here comes Resetich on the bust out. Before he can get to the hoop, he's fouled out front, and that'll be the 7th team foul, so a 1-and-1 opportunity coming up for Resetich. They called that personal foul on Alex Ankiewicz, who just checked into the ball game for St. Bede. Inbound play. I thought that was their 7th team foul.
No, I had 6.
Yeah. Okay, and the ball turned over by Hall on the inbound. Ankiewicz away with it. To the outside, long shot by Potoff, rattles in for 3. St. Bede back within a single point again, 21-20, as we tick towards the 4-minute mark here for the first half. The ball lost. Talk about an unforced turnover. Grant Plim just didn't look the ball into his hands.
And you talked about the Bulls getting beat. Hasn't exactly been a stellar pro sports season for the winter teams in Chicago or the fall sports team.
No, it is not. The ball on the outside now. The Bruins have it. Here's Jackson, top of the circle. Whistles a pass to the wing. Goes over to Brown. Brown skip pass comes across. 3-ball in the air. No good this time.
That was Hunenberg.
As the shot was taken by Hunenberg. Here comes Hall back the other way with it. In traffic, putting it up strong. That was Ashton Petcher. He was fouled going in. He'll shoot 2. Clock stop with 3:33 remaining in the first half. They called that personal foul against Connor Brown for St. Bede. It's his 2nd. Free throw by Petcher is good. He'll get one more. 50% free throw shooter on the season. Hart, after a short break, comes back in for St. Bede. The Hall lead is 2. 22-20. Second free throw by Petcher. No good. Hart skies for the rebound for St. Bede. Skips the pass ahead. Cut off over there is Ankiewicz. Looks back to Hart. Bring it to Jackson, top of the circle. Look to the right wing. Now back to Jackson again.
Almost looked like he got away with a shuffle.
And Hart, nice pass. Comes across, shot no good. Taken by Hunenberg for 3. And a foul in the backcourt is going to be called on Jackson for St. Bede.
St. Bede fouls on Landon Jackson. His
Second foul on him is the 8th against St. Bede as a team. So a 1-and-1 opportunity for Mac Resetich, who's had some mixed results at the line so far. For the first time, Sam Bima, a 6'1" junior, into the ball game.
Dad,
Resetich
Mike.
free throw is good. Get one more here. He's up to 15 on the ball game. Second toss coming. And it is good as well. So Resetich already with 16, averages just short of 24 a game.
On pace for over a 30-point game right now.
And he gets a bunch of them. Here's Ankiewicz with it, gives up his dribble. Good pass to the wing, goes to Hunenberg, and he knocks in another 3. St. Bede back within a single point again. Give the assist to Ankiewicz. Resetich, skip pass comes across the Petcher. Long shot in the air by Dye, no, but Resetich hanging around, picks up the loose ball.
He's got
puts
6
it back
boards.
up and in. And more importantly, he's got 18 points. And the ball, another turnover this time as Ankiewicz tried to force it inside. It's picked off. That's 5 now against St. Bede, who didn't have one in the first quarter. Now the shot for 3 is down by Petcher as he knocks it down. He's got 4 now. Had a free throw earlier. This is the biggest lead for, I think, either team right now.
St.
6.
Bede had 5. Yeah, 6 was hit.
Now the shot rims inside. No. Put back up again. I think that was Potoff who got the rebound and put it back up there. And he was fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 here. Meager picks up the personal foul for the Red Devils. From here on out, everything St. Bede shoots will be 2, as they have. This is the 9th team foul, so everything else is an automatic 2-shot foul. And the first free throw, no good by Potoff. He'll get one more here. That was his first free throw of the season right here.
And St. Bede is now 5 out of 11 from the free throw line in the first half.
And not good at all. Second free throw is good, so he splits a pair. The lead back down to 5. Inside 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Hall with the ball and a 5-point bulge. Hall doesn't look like they're in a big hurry right now. Resetich, though, gets it through the first line of defense, gathers himself, can't get it, puts it back up again and puts it in. It's like a man among boys out there right now. He's got 20 first half points, and the lead is 7. Here's Hunenberg trying to answer, and he bangs it in right from the free throw line area. Callan Hunenberg now with 7. And the lead down to 5 again. A minute 10 until halftime. The ball tipped out of bounds as Galletti tried to find Resetich, and St. Bede got a hand on it.
Be interesting to see if Hall plays for 1 shot here. I wouldn't, the way they're moving the ball around. They're just...
For the first time, Nathan Husser, a 6-foot junior, into the ball game for St. Bede. Minutes to go here in the first half. And the ball knocked away. Good defensive play by Ankiewicz. Gets it ahead to Hart. Goes in like a bullet. Can't get it to go, but hanging around for the rebound is Hunenberg, who puts it back up and in. He's got 9. He's having a great first half. Lead back down to 3 again. See if Hall would consider working for 1 here. Resetich nearly lost it again, and the ball hit out of bounds, and Hall will get it back here. Smith back in for the Red Devils, replacing Ashton Petcher. 31-28, 33 seconds to go. Well, all the way into the backcourt. chased down and back out there by Smith. Gets the pass to the wing to Bickett, who's in the ball game right now for Hall. Hall's gone pretty deep into their bench.
Well, so has St. Pete, really.
Yeah, St. Pete has used a bunch as well.
This has been it's been an entertaining game. Maybe not as well, sort of sloppy at times, but been an entertaining game.
Here's Rasetic now with a down to 8. To the outside, long shot, no good. Put back up, no. Partially blocked. Rasetic gets it, puts it back up and in, and that'll do it for the first half. 22 for Mac Rasetic here in the first half. Yet his Red Devils only lead it by 5 over the homestanding Bruins. Here at halftime, it's Hall 33, St. Bede 28. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with halftime activities coming up for you right here on 103.9 WLPO. Usual Mac Rasetic with 22 here at halftime. Hall leads at 33-28 over St. Bede, so the Bruins hanging in there. I'll remind you of our heat checks, and I think we would call Mac Rasetic's performance in the first half a pretty hot performance. Our heat check brought to us by Town & Country Services. Whether you're too hot or too cold, remember Town & Country Services is doing whatever it takes.
I think I just had a first. I just got a fist bump from a bear.
How about that?
Huh.
Well, as long as
at least I and still have my hand.
I say, as long as the claws didn't stick in your hand, you're pretty good. Here's another scoreboard update brought to us by Someone's in the Kitchen. SITK Kitchen and Bath make this year the year you update the inside of your home. Sit down with SITK design team and imagine together. Find out more at someone'sinthekitchen.com. Right before, 6:04 remaining in the second quarter, the Knicks have stretched it out to a 12-point lead against the Bulls, who are just up and down like a roller coaster this year. 51-39 Knicks with 6:04 remaining in the first half of the game at the United Center tonight. Not a lot of other games going on other than in the NBA. We can give you a quick rundown there. Pistons lead it over the Hornets 84-76 in the third. Pacers 77, Warriors 67. That's also a third quarter score. The Magic 87, Hawks 873 with 7:23 remaining in quarter three. And the Raptors lead it over the Kings 56-52 with 1:44 remaining in the first half of that one. Again, our thanks to our friends at Someone's in the Kitchen for their scoreboard updates all season long. Remind you that our three-pointers in the ball game are brought to us by In-Home Healthcare Connection and IHCC Hospice, providing home health, hospice, and caregiver services. Locally owned, In-Home Healthcare and IHCC Hospice is here for you. Find out more at IHCC care, I should say. That's IHCC.care. We'll come back, and Mike will have a look at some of the first half numbers. We'll also do what we think those halftime adjustments should be for both teams. Been a good one, though, so far. 33-28 in favor of Hall over the Bruins here at the Academy tonight. We're at halftime. "90-second break.
Especially the rebounding and turnovers are relatively even. St. Bede has got 5 turnovers. Hall has 6 rebounding. St. Bede with 20 rebounds and Hall with 14. St. Bede with 14 and Hall with 14. St. Bede with 20. But the thing that stands out is St. Bede, their shooting tonight is just one of those almost as cold as that rain coming down. 6 out of 14 from the free throw line, and a combined just 11 out of 29. Red Devils shooting at an over 50% clip, but that's mainly because of the rebounding and putbacks by their big man, Mac Rossetti.
Yeah.
I mean,
he had an unbelievable first half, really.
10 out of 13 from the field. I mean,
well, a lot of his shots are in pretty close because he works so hard to get inside, but you're right, Mike.
And he's got 7 rebounds. He's the kind of guy that when he gets into that zone that can just take over a game, and he has in the first half at spots. And it's curious to just take a look. Isaiah Hart with 8 points, but he got them all in the first quarter. I know he had a gimpy ankle earlier in the year, and I'm just wondering if he might have tweaked it or something because he sat out quite a bit of that second quarter.
We have to work in one more break for you here. By the way, the sophomore game went to St. Bede 57-47 over Hall. Here at halftime of the varsity game, Hall leads it over St. Bede by 5, 33-28. We're back to the Academy after this timeout. Will have the basketball to start the third quarter, up by 5, and they'll move to the end away from us. Here's Petcher with the basketball for the Devils. Look to the outside to Die. Back to Petcher again. Here's Bryant open for a 3-ball shot, no good, and a rebound to the Bruins. Through traffic comes Connor Brown. Whips a pass to Hart. He tries the baseline. He's cut off. Good look inside, though, as Jackson lays it up and in. Give the assist to Hart. And the basket to Jackson, and we've got a 3-point ball game. That's 7 now for Landon Jackson.
You know, when you take a look at how hot Hall's been from the field, it's incredible that the game is this close with the sloppy and poor shooting as St. Pete has been.
And now, looks like Hall's going to take a quick timeout period here with 7:14 remaining here in the quarter. Hall wants to change something up. Mike Filippini sees something he didn't like and is going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout here as well. 7:14 remaining in the third. Hall 33, St. Bede 30. It's a 30. Petcher fires up a 3. It doesn't go. Brady the rebound for St. Bede, and he fires one of those bullet passes that he was so good at in football right into the St. Bede bench. So a quick turnover against the Bruins. He tried to throw a no-peek pass, and he didn't peek it in the right direction, apparently.
Good thing everybody's paying attention on the bench. We might have had a broken nose.
That's true. Bryant with the ball for St. Bede. Outside it goes to Petcher. Back to Bryant. Backs away from the defense. Crossover dribble. Now picks it up. Gets it to the far side. And the ball knocked away into the backcourt. Petcher runs it down for Hall. Baseball pass comes into the front court. Skip comes across. Long shot by Dye. Rims in and out. Gets his own rebound after the three-pointer. Now here's Bryant open for 3. He buries it from the left wing. Max Bryant with his first 3 of the night. And it's 36-30. Hall strings it back out to matching their biggest lead of the ball game, 6. Trying to answer the other way and knocking down the 3-ball is Connor Brown. No relation to Mike, by the way. Brown has his first hoop of the night.
You can tell by the athletic talent.
Now trying to force it inside is Bryant. He turns it over, get it ahead to Hart, but he couldn't control it. And it's another turnover against St. Bede. Ahead to Resetich. Bring it to the wing. Shot for 3. Rimming no that time by Petcher. And it's one and done for the Red Devils as Brown tries to go back the other way. Throws one up there. Nice soft touch on a runner in the lane from about 12 feet away. And the basket goes to Connor Brown again. He's got the last 5 Bruin points, and they're back within 1. Here's Petcher. Fakes the pass inside. Tries to take it up. Shot. The ball swatted away from him. Here comes Hunenberg for St. Bede. And he throws it away. And Resetich stutter step before he got the ball down on the dribble and called for the turnover. He doesn't turn it over a lot. But he was kind of caught in no man's land there as a defender snuck up on him, and he couldn't put the ball down on the dribble.
Yeah, got the car in gear before he started to move.
Now before the shot, which went in, by the way, a holding or an illegal screen called against St. Bede.
That's on Brady.
No, they called it on Jackson.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Okay.
Jackson's third, though.
Okay.
So he and Brady both on the floor with 3 fouls. There's Petcher with it up over the timeline for Hall. To Bryant. Outside it goes to Dom Galletti. Now back to Bryant again on the left baseline. Skip pass comes across. Tipped away. Picked up by Hunenberg. nice job as he got the turnover and got the pickup as well. And now St. Bede, another unforced turnover.
They've had 5 turnovers. They have 5 turnovers in this quarter and just three shots.
Well, the thing was, Hart had the ball, Mike, and it looked like he had a path to the basket. Instead, tried to hum a pass over to Brady, and it was just over his head. He couldn't control it.
And I don't think Brady was expecting that at all.
He was headed to the basket for a rebound. Now the shot for 3, rimming no by Galletti, and put back up again by the Devils after the offensive rebound, and a foul called, and he'll go to the free throw line in the person of Peyton Dye, who got that rebound. Connor Brown picks up his first for the Bruins. They've got Connor Brown up on the board, Mike, with 3 fouls.
Well, I have him.
First free throw, no good by Dye.
That'd be his 4th if he got that one. I had him for 3 already.
So now they're saying 3 players each with 3 fouls now for St. Bede. Brown, Brady, and Jackson.
Yeah, okay.
They're all on the floor, I believe, right now. Second free throw is good by Dye. So he splits a pair. He's got 6. 37-35 in favor of Hall. Game just as tight as we were hoping it would be. 2 pretty evenly matched teams. From the outside, a long 3-ball, no good. Resetich the rebound after the miss.
He's got 9 rebounds.
And he takes it in, got bumped on the way in, threw it up, and no foul was called. But St. Bede, after getting the rebound, turns it right back over again.
6 this quarter. And now that's double-digit turnovers on the game.
And Hall just returned the favor as they threw it into their own student section over there.
And they have 10 fouls. In a game this low scoring,
it's a lot of turnovers.
21 turnovers is way too, well, take a look at it. It's 21 turnovers. That's not good for either team.
Again off the bench, Braden Curran, the freshman for Hall. Here's Ankiewicz back in for St. Bede, and he's got the basketball. As they get it to Brown.
Oh, that's
now
double
Jackson
dribble.
And the ball, the lane just opened up like the parting of the Red Sea, and he just took it in and laid it in to tie it up at 37. 3:25 for the third.
Got away with the double dribble there, too, it looked like.
Looks like he kind of got it caught on his hip, didn't he?
Yeah, looked that way.
So Hall has the basketball. Now with the score tied, they led it by, 5 at halftime, I believe?
It was a 28...
33-28 at half.
Yeah.
So near travel by Petcher. He launches a 3. Shot is a wild one. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it's apparently touched by St. Bede last. I think that was Brown trying to get in there to get the rebound and had it go off his hand. So Hall will trigger under their own attacking basket.
1 out of 6 now on the 3-point shots in this quarter for Hall. I think the Hall needs to start looking for Resetich a little bit more.
Now the shot from the left baseline for 3, no good that time by Curran. And back the other way comes Brown as he rolls down the middle of the lane and lays it in. And St. Bede has the lead back. 39-37 Bruins. Back the other way. The shot partially blocked as Petcher went up. Ball, I think the foul was called. Yes, it was. Jackson just picked up his 4th. That's huge for St. Bede. He's going to have to come out of the ball game now. Potoff back in for St. Bede.
That takes away some size on
really
the inside
does.
for St. Bede.
Not going to help anything. And they were trying to get it to Resetich, but he was double teamed, and Hall just threw the ball away. Wide open, Ankiewicz for 3. Right side, no. Rebound fought for inside. Put back, up and in. Count it. As Isaiah Hart got the rebound, stuffed it back up there. Count the basket, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 1. Peyton Dye picks up the foul. That's his 3rd now Oh, no, they called it on Curran, okay. That's his third and very limited playing time. Timeout taken here, a 30-second timeout taken by Hall. We'll keep it here during this timeout period. And remind you that the heat check, or the right now, goes to the St. Bede Bruins. They're the ones who came out here in the third quarter and have taken the lead back after trailing by 5 at halftime. They now lead it by 4. So the heat check brought to us by Town & Country. Whether you're too hot or too cold, remember, Town & Country Services is doing whatever it takes.
And don't forget, St. Bede turned the ball over the first 4 times that they had the ball in this half. And really, it's sort of fortunate that Hall is right now only trailing by 4. Could be 5, which would be the match St. Bede's biggest lead. And, right now it turned almost into a playground type of a basketball game.
Hart to the free throw line here. He's got 10 points so far in the night.
Don't want to insult all the great players up at the Y and say he turned into a Y game.
Free throw by Hart is good.
Now St. Bede matches their biggest lead of the night. Hall's biggest lead has been 6.
They had inadvertently put that extra point up for Hart. He's got 10 now after the free throw.
He should have 11. He had 8 at halftime.
Okay, well, here's the putback after the miss. Laying it up there was Kyan Smith. He's got 4 off the bench. And it's a 3-point game again. 42-39, St. Bede. Hunenberg thought about a 3. Hart will take one, though. His shot long. Resetich another board.
He's
for
got
Hall.
2 boards.
He wants to go on a gallop himself. Takes it up, no, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line. Seems to me like he could get fouled almost any time he wants to, taking it inside. First foul on Hunenberg. Already 4 team fouls, though, on St. Bede with 1:33 remaining here in the third quarter. And Resetich fouled in the act of shooting here. We'll get 2. Hasn't scored here in the second half. First free throw is good. Now it's 23 on the night. 42-40. The Bruin lead down to 2. Second toss good as well. And it's a 1-point ball game.
It's going to be interesting. You take a look now. Hall has not yet to pick up a fall.
Now the ball picked off by Resetich. Got 1 to beat. Takes it up. And before he can get into the act of shooting, they just grabbed him out front. Probably a smart foul there. Hunenberg just picks up his second in a row. 5th team foul, though, against St. Bede now here in the third quarter.
And Hall has not had a fall yet in this second half, and that could mean
they have him for
something.
1 up on the board, Mike.
And they have 1.
Yeah, that's
Curran.
Curran.
Oh, that's right.
Up.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I missed that one there.
Resetich picks up the loose ball and dumps in a 3 from the left baseline.
Oh, man.
It's kind of like, look what I found. I'll shoot this 3. He's got 27. And the lead goes back to Hall.
And who gets the
wild
board?
shot missed by the Bruins here as Potoff tried to force one up. Resetich got the board. Back the other way, trying to get the friendly roll is Smith, and he knocks it down. Kyan Smith has 6 off the bench. Here's Ankiewicz open for 3. High arching shot, no. Resetich another weak side board. And the ball nearly stolen away right there. But Hall maintains. Here's Resetich in traffic. Takes it in, up off the window, no good, but he'll go to the line again. 32.1 seconds remaining here. And St. Bede just up by 5, now finds himself down by 4. It's a quick little 9-0 run by Hall right there. That personal foul
was on
Potoff. It's his first, and the free throw is good by Resetich. Now with 28. Meager back in for Hall.
Brady,
Giving Dye a little rest.
I think Brady might have come back in for St. Pete. I thought I saw him walk out there. Maybe not.
Second free throw is good as well. 48-42, Red Devils. Had an 11-point swing here in about the last 2 minutes of clock time. It's an 11-0 run right now by Hall. Here's Hunenberg. Couldn't get the shot away, nearly threw it away. Hart chases it down way out front. Now backs away from the man-to-man defense put on him by Petcher.
We're going to have to hurry here.
Down to 6. Here's Hart again into a double team.
You're not going to get a shot
Brady
off.
in the corner. And they're going to call a foul, I think.
And he did, but he wasn't in the act of shooting. But
No, so the clock ran out apparently, but they're still going to call the foul on Petcher. If there is a foul and it counted, then there has to be some time left on the clock. I don't think the foul and the clock running out can happen simultaneously. And that's exactly what Mike Filippini's. Now they put 10 seconds back up on the clock.
No, that can't be.
I think they're trying to put 1, Mike.
Okay, yeah,
because they put up 10. There we go.
Yeah, he had like 6 seconds when there was
So Mike Filippini said you can't have a foul if the time has expired. They said, okay, we'll put a second back up. The Petcher, second foul on Petcher. That's only the second team foul in the quarter against the Red Devils. Just 1 second remaining. Hall to inbound on the sideline. Potoff looking to get it in. Still looking. Finally gets it inbound. Long shot downrange by Brown. Way short for 3 at the horn. After 3 periods of play, the Red Devils have lengthened out their 5-point halftime lead now to 6. 48-42. Hall over St. Bede. We're back to the Academy after this timeout. To us by Someone's in the Kitchen at halftime. The Bulls trail the Knicks 64-55. And Potoff snakes his way inside and gets a hoop. He's got 6 now off the bench, and the Hall lead back down to 4 again. 48-44, just underway here in the final quarter. Driving inside, and the ball nearly stripped away. Picking it up, that's Petcher for 3. Shot no. Fighting for the rebound, finally coming away with it is Isaiah Hart, and he's fouled on a full gallop and ends up on the seat of his pants. But he's fouled all the way out near half court, so this will not be a shooting foul. Second foul of the ball game goes against Kyan Smith. And only the third team foul, so this is not a shooting activity here. Now they've got a little perspiration on the floor, so our referee's going to do a little housekeeping here. Inbound play coming, and St. Bede will get it right near midcourt. They bring it into Hunenberg. Brings it into the front court. Look to the outside to Brown, to Potoff. Outside the arc left side, drives inside, looks to Brady. He can't get the shot away. It's partially blocked when he does, and Rusetic on a full gallop. 1 to beat, takes it in, lays it in with the left hand. Count it, he's fouled. We'll see who they called the foul on. Brown picks up the foul, and that is his his 4th, I believe. Brown goes to the bench.
I think that's his 5th. I have him for 5. So I don't know.
They said 4.
Well, there's somebody.
PA just said 4, but
okay. Well,
he's on the bench right now, regardless.
Yeah, right. So it's
so Rusetic to the line. He's got 31, make it 32 now, and the lead back out to 7 for the Red Devils. 51-44. Inside 7 minutes to go. Looping inside, laying it in with the left hand. That's Landon Jackson. Nice shot from point-blank range for Jackson. Petcher back the other way. St. Bede back within 5 again. Ball to the outside to Smith. To Petcher straight away. Looks to Rusetich. Dumps it to the outside. Now driving in as that's Dye, who couldn't get the ball to go. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up quickly by Petcher, and a timeout taken by Hall. Heads up play by Petcher to call the timeout. They get one with 6:29 to go and a 5-point Hall lead. We're going to take a break right here as well. We're back in 30 seconds to the Academy. Hall 51 and St. Bede 46. I think Rod's leaving on a jet plane for Florida tomorrow, isn't he?
Yeah, something like that. He's going to St. Augustine to look at the Christmas lights on the Navy ships or something he's talking about.
Going to look at the oldest church in North America, I think. Yeah. Or at least in the United States anyway. Mm-hmm. So Hall has the basketball up by 5. Inside 6.5 to go now. Here's Petcher with it. Gets it to Dye, back to Petcher. Looks like Hall's gonna go move it farther out and make St. Bede come out of that zone.
Well,
it's a smart thing to do.
It is because they could run clock and
not only that, it makes it more difficult to stop Rusetich.
Right, and St. Bede is in foul trouble, so you're going to be shooting free throws the rest of the game. You already lead.
And now it's a bad pass on the entry right there, taken away by the Bruins, and Hunenberg nearly had it stripped away from him. It was a nice play by Kyan Smith. The ball went out of bounds off of him. Pot off to trigger right by the St. Bede bench. 5:54 to go in this game.
Well, there's been about 8 different games in this scenario so far. And
Hunenberg launches a long 3. No good. Another rebound for Rusetich. He's 14, got 14 boards tonight. He averages just over 8 rebounds per game. Now he gets the give and go, takes it right down the middle of the lane. Good recognition, though, by Smith as he found a breaking Rusetich. He's got 34. And a loose ball foul called against the Red Devils here.
Not sure who it was on.
Smith got the foul there, his third. 4th team foul, though, so a non-shooting affair here.
And it's only a 3-possession game. St. Pete can still run their offense. You don't have to really play out of control.
7-point lead for Hall right here. Here's Hart, puts it up a little strong. Brady in there for the rebound. Kicks it back outside. Long 3-ball. Way out of control by Potoff. And here come the Red Devils back the other way. Not in a big hurry right now as we tick towards the 5-minute mark for the ball game. 53-46 in favor of Hall. Here's Bryant with it back in the game for Hall. And they've kind of got the floor spread out. They're trying to isolate Rusetich right now is what they're trying to do.
Get him one-on-one
with somebody.
Why not?
Here's Bryant way outside the arc on the right side. And Potoff, he lost him. Now a shot by Bryant for 3, no. Rebound Jackson for St. Bede. Ahead to Hart. Takes it in, lays it up and in, got the friendly roll, and the lead back down to 5. I don't think that's the shot that Mike Filippini wanted.
No, I don't think so. There. I don't think so either.
They could have gotten that shot anytime they wanted. Here's Dye with it way outside. Bring the pass over to Curran. Now back to Bryant between the rings.
Really, Hall should just, right now it should just be Rusetich or free throws.
Yep. And he's got the ball right now. Looks down low, and as Curran tries to go up for the shot, He's hammered, and he'll go to the free throw line here. I think Potoff picks up his second, 8th team foul, but this is a 2-shot foul anyway for the freshman Curran. First toss is a little wide to the right. You'll get one more here. Hasn't scored in the ball game. Product of Peru Catholic, Braden Curran, only a freshman. Get one more here, and you got a lane violation against Hall, so that wipe out that free throw attempt. It didn't happen.
Right, and it's a turnover against the Hall Red Devils. They now have 14 on the game.
Yep.
And
St. Bede's got their plenty as well.
Yeah, and St. Bede is double digits. They have 12.
There's Jackson tried to go up, and he traveled before he got the shot away.
Now it's 13.
He just shuffled his feet. He saw Resetich coming. And Galletti back in for the Red Devils, replacing Curran. With the basketball, that's Ashton Petcher for Hall.
Ooh, looks like he almost attempted to take a step there before he got the ball to Resetich.
There's Resetich, beats a double team and knocks in another. He's got 36. I don't know what his career high is, but he's got to be getting pretty close, I would think.
I thought I saw 42 one time.
Now an air ball put up there by Brown, and as he tried to save it, he hit the back of the backboard with it, and it'll go back to Hall. So another turnover against St. Bede. Looks like the Bruins want a timeout period here. 3:27 remaining, and a 7-point Hall lead. See if we can pick up some more scores for you from around the area, if there's anything even going on. There's not a lot as far as games in the area tonight. There might be some girls' games. I haven't seen any scores, though, on any of those.
Rick, unofficially, I have St. Bede with a 30 and a full-time out left, and Hall with 2 fulls.
And it could be a factor down the stretch here. The Bulls just started in the third quarter. Now they're back within 6, though. They trailed big earlier with 9:30 remaining in the third quarter. The Knicks 69, the Bulls 63. Scoreboard updates brought to us by Someone's in the Kitchen. SITK Kitchen and Bath.
St. Bede has a full end-day 30.
Well, I just got my timeout
verified for you.
Verified,
That's right.
yeah.
So the ball goes to the Red Devils here.
Well, looks like St. Bede's going to
try and pressure right here.
Drop 4 or drop 5.
Yeah.
And now
it is Hall ball. If you remember, Brown tried to save it from going out of bounds and hit the back of the backboard.
Jump ball arrow in favor of Hall right now.
Inbound play coming here. They get it inbounds to Petcher. Back over to Resetich into a double team, still in the backcourt with it. Petcher looks ahead, gets it to Resetich, who's over the timeline. Gets it to the wing, and Hall again in no hurry. They'd be glad to get it to Resetich, though, and let him go one-on-one if possible. There's the backdoor cut. Laying it in is Resetich. Give the assist, though, to Smith. He recognized the overplay right away, and Resetich just hooked to the basket. 38 now for Mac Resetich. St. Bede's starting to get themselves into trouble. It's a 3-possession game, but they would all have to be threes. Now, a nice play by Brady as he got Resetich in the air. Didn't really have much of a chance of making the shot, but he got the contact. Go to the line to shoot 2. First foul on Resetich is the 5th against St. Bede, or against Hall as a team.
And that's such a, what's big about that is that they still have 1 to give before the St. Bede goes to the line. But
That's right.
As poor as St. Bede has shot free throws tonight.
And Brady not one of their better shooters, but he made me look bad on that one as he buries the first one. He'll get one more here. St. Bede back with an 8. 2:48 remaining. Second free throw by John Brady is good. 57-50. Brady's first 2 of the night right there.
He picked up those 2 early fouls trying to guard
Didn't play a lot in the first half, you're right.
I mean, that's a...
And now a foul is going to be called, I think, on Jackson, or they just call it out of bounds.
I think he just deflected it out of bounds.
Lucky for him.
Yeah. But then
He's
again,
got some foul problems.
That's a big ask of anybody to try to stop Rusetić in anything.
Yep. Inbound play coming here by Dye. As he kind of just moves the ball back around to the front. And Rusetić now has it outside the arc. Dribbles to the double team, now gives it back up. Gets it over to Kyan Smith.
He walked.
And he did. He drug the pivot foot that time. So kind of an unforced turnover there against Hall.
Boy, there's been times that tonight both teams have acted like they don't want to win the game. And just I mean, the unforced turnovers, I think, if you ask each coach, it's been a problem for both teams both years.
Your hair. Ball knocked out of bounds by Dye. Nearly had the intercept on the baseline. Excuse me, that was Petcher, not Dye. Ball goes back to St. Bede. Brady to trigger right in front of us here at St. Bede. Launches it back out front. Here's Hart.
He took about 14 steps.
Yeah, and got away with it and laid it in. Got an extra step, and Hart now with 14. St. Bede now back within 5 again. Here's Rusetić. Gives it back up. Now Hall just resets. Here's Petcher way out front. Gets it to Peyton Dye on the left-handed dribble. Now gives it up. Looks back door to Rusetić. And he takes it in. He's hacked again. And if that's on Jackson, he just fouled out of the game. It was not. Brady picks up his 4th. So now St. Bede with 4 players with 4 fouls. So every time the whistle blows, they hold their breath. Jackson, Brady, and Brown all have 3 fouls for St. Bede, or 4 fouls rather. Free throw by Rusetić, pops in and out. He is human. He's missed a couple from the line tonight.
Yeah, that's only his 2nd miss though. He's
missed 2 here.
Wow.
He's wearing down.
He might be.
Those could be big misses. This is a 5-point game.
Right now.
Brady nearly lost it. Gets Rusetić in the air. That didn't move into him, so there's no foul called.
That's a
silly foul by Galletti way out front. The 6th team foul against Hall. Galletti, it's his first.
Well, they had
so
one
out of bounds play coming here. St. Bede thinks they're shooting free throws.
Well, they had one to give, so
not a damaging foul with 1:26 remaining.
No, not
yet. But this is a 2-possession game.
Yeah.
St. Bede still has a chance. Here's Hart way out front to Brown. Down low, it's Brady. Forces it up. No. Rusetić gets the rebound. You're not going to take it away from him. Hart commits the foul.
That's his first foul.
That's the 10th team foul, I believe, against St. Bede, and it'll be a 2-shot opportunity for Rusetić, who just missed 2 moments ago. So first foul on Hart.
15 boards for Rusetić.
Having another huge night. First free throw is good. He'll get one more. 59-52. Excuse me, 58-52.
That's right.
I'm anticipating.
58. Now it's...
Nope. He missed another free throw. So he's missed 3 out of his last 4 as Rusetić. I think he's getting tired out.
Probably.
He's got 39 points. Now the shot blocked from the outside as Hudenberg tried to get it. And then a foul called on Brady, and he just fouled out. With 1:06 to go.
St. Bede fouls on number 4, Johnny Brady. That's his 5th personal foul.
So Ankiewicz will come back off the St. Bede bench to replace Brady. And to the other end will be Kyan Smith, who has only taken three free throws on the season and has missed all of them coming into the game tonight. His free throw here is still no good. He'll get one more here. One is big for Hall right here.
Yeah, that
it forces a third possession. Right now, it's still a 2-possession game.
And the way
free throw is good, so he splits a pair. 59-52, 7 for Smith.
Well, St. Bede's got to be looking for 3 balls from here on out. Well, not that
now
way.
The ball goes off the hands of Hunenberg and Kawitz fired a rising fastball over to him and couldn't control it. 59 seconds to go. It looks like Hall will, unless they turn it over 3 times in a row, will probably be able to survive. And I'm not sure what that call was. I think it might have been a warning for the defender for, no?
Call.
I think it's a warning for the defender reaching over. That's exactly what it was. It's a warning.
Okay.
If they do it again, then it'll be a technical foul. Ball inbounded to Petcher. Beats the pressure in the backcourt. He's fouled by Ankiewicz. And he'll go to the other end to shoot 2. 54.9 seconds to go. So
I don't understand why you even want to foul because they're going to be shooting 2 the rest of the way.
Well, you have to, Mike. You have to get the clock stopped and hope they miss. That's all you can do. If you just let it go, St. Bede will run out of time. So Petcher to the line, a 50% free throw shooter coming in tonight, and he rolls in the first free throw. It's now an 8-point lead, a 3-possession ball game. St. Bede, though, pretty much forced to shoot 3s from here on out. Second toss, no good. Rebound by Jackson. St. Bede has to go in a hurry. They have to look to score 3-pointers if they can. Here's down low. Hart takes it up, and he's a silly foul. I think it might be on Resetich. It is. His second. But this is a 2-shot foul here. And the clock stops with 45 seconds even to go.
Yeah.
And Hart goes to the line to shoot 2.
Thanks. It's the only time to...
First free throw is good. That's 15 now for Hart. He averages 16 a game on the season. So he's right at his average. Brown comes out. Husser comes in. Nate Husser, who played in the first half. Second free throw by Hart is also good. 6-point lead for St. Bede, for Hall rather. And Resetich gets the ball in the inbound play and is immediately fouled by Husser, who is the designated fouler. That's what they brought him in for. Jackson will come right back in, as will Brown. They took the guys with the 4 fouls out. Brought in Potoff and Husser, and those guys will go right back to the bench.
We got 38 points now in the game for
Mac Resetich. Has just had a great ball game. I think he's out of gas right now, Mike. Just left that one way short.
Yeah. Well, that's a sign when you start leaving them short.
You got to dig down, use those legs to drive the ball up late in the game.
Well, only 38 points, 15 rebounds.
You get the second free throw.
39 points.
61-54, so that puts it back to a 3-possession game. St. Bede has to go in a hurry. Down low to Brown, takes it in, lays it in. Timeout St. Bede. With 35.8 seconds to go, 61-56. So St. Bede has just 1 timeout remaining, I believe a 32nd.
Yes.
Hall has 2 remaining. And we want to remind you that our next ball game here on WLPO will be Friday night, just back down the road about 3 miles from here in Spring Valley, as the Red Devils entertain the Princeton Tigers, and that has not been a fun task for anybody this year.
Football or basketball.
You're right. They're just having a great run. Got some great athletes at Princeton right now, and I'll get my first chance to see them on the season. By the way, the sophomore game out here earlier went to St. Bede, 57-47. Mind you that our scoreboard updates all evening long have been brought to us by Someone's in the Kitchen and SITK Kitchen and Bath. Find out more about your new kitchen to be at somekitchen.com. 35.8 seconds to go. Hall has the basketball. They can run the baseline if they want to here. Still looking, and Dye has to take a timeout. As St. Bede did a great job of covering everybody up. So now Hall down to one timeout as well. They have another full timeout. Right after the ball game, Mike will have a look at the final numbers on this one. And 2 in double figures so far in the ball game for St. Bede. Hart with 16 and Jackson with 11. I think only 1 in double figures for Hall, but that one will be okay, I think.
Yeah.
40 for Mac Resetich. He is, if you watched him play a season ago in basketball and look at him now, the body transformation is astonishing. He has put on so much muscle. That extra year after football has just been something special for him.
He's going to make some college happy no matter what sport he decides to play.
I think he might be playing baseball, but I'm not sure without that.
At the tournament, somebody said he was leaning toward a football.
Well, could be. He can play any sport he wants, really. After the inbound play, they get it to Resetich, and he's fouled almost immediately. 32.7 seconds to go.
Thank you.
And back to the line goes Resetich to shoot 2 more. That personal foul was called on Callan Hunenberg. That's his 3rd now.
I think 42.
Resetich free throw is good.
I think they said that 42 was his career high, so he can tie it here with
another free throw.
With another free throw.
Still 32.7 seconds to go, and there's going to be a bunch more free throws shot, probably. Both free throws good. 42 for Resetich. St. Pete just does not have an answer for him. And the ball stolen away. Heads up play by Kyan Smith. Ahead is Resetich, takes it in, reverses it in, and that will be the ball game. 9-point lead, 14 seconds to go, 65-56 in favor of Hall. Here's Hart trying to answer, and he does. He's got 18 now, just above his season average, and a foul in the backcourt called on Hunenberg or on Hart. Hart got it right there. They were both there. Second foul on Hart. Petcher to the line to shoot 2 here. Petcher has 5 points on the night. His first free throw, no good. He'll get 1 more here. Was he like 1 out of 3 from the line now, Mike? Something like that?
1 out of 2, 1 out of 2 out of 4.
He missed 2 there, but he got his own rebound, took it in and laid it in. That'll put an exclamation point on this one. Final score, Hall 67, St. Bede 58, 67-58. Your final score at the Academy. We'll take a break. We'll come back and talk about our player of the game, maybe players of the game in this one. We'll see how that goes. Take a break right now. Final score, Hall 67, St. Bede 58. We're back to the Academy after this timeout.